our history is not being left out. We
Yes.
still have our histories and things that
In
are
modern
still
forms,
that are still
of
going.
media, yeah.
Imagine playing a game and you are being told about how Kwame Nkrumah came gain independence for Ghana and all those things. Yes, for not it's still elaborating on our histories for the young ones coming up to be able to pick up and remember that this is our history. If I play games like this, I can be able to gain our history. Hello, welcome to Kweku Tech. So today we have a discussion where we'll be talking about the gaming ecosystem in Ghana. Some of the communities you need to join, some of the companies here who are doing amazing works. And if you are someone who is new to this, please don't forget, stay tuned for all the gist. Vincent,
Yeah.
let us go. Give me something.
Yeah. So
You are sitting door, I beg.
No. You see, when the discussion is getting heated up, you see that my body will ginger up and then everything will flow. So don't worry.
I've heard you.
So yes, let's talk about the gaming ecosystem in Ghana.
Yeah.
Gaming tools, like how I have experienced some of these things, and then you can chip it.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of games.
Like
that's the balloon, the balloon ones. That one that when you playing, and I have one that I used to play, Boom Blast. I don't know who created it, but that's a very nice game that I have been playing a lot, and I've been to some gaming events too. In Ghana here, the Esports event. And I see amazing games that have been created, playing and those kind of things, and I was like, wow, I never knew that we have those things in Ghana here. So take us through, take my audience
through. Sure. So game development entails a lot. There is different components of the games and stuff. Like there's a lot of things going on. People are programming, people are doing modeling, people are shading the characters, others try to add in a lot of animations to the characters, give life to the character, right? So there is a lot happening, and so there are a couple of tools you can use and then get the best.
So one that I know that is popularly used is Unity. I've been seeing it a lot on most of the games that I play. You see the Unity logo there. Why do they use the logo inside the game? Like most of because let's take it a programming language like Java. If I'm creating a website, I don't display the Java logo there. But Unity especially, always they use. Is it a free environment?
I believe so. I think when you are using the free tier and then you probably want to go commercial. I haven't gone commercial, right? I didn't go commercial. But then I'm sure if you want to go commercial and publish the work, once you are not paying for, let's say, I think they have the starter, like the hobbyist versions, and then they have like a couple of starter packs and then premium subscriptions, right?
Okay.
And it's on a yearly basis, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think it's a lifetime subscription. It's something you subscribe to on the yearly basis. So if you don't get those, you don't pay or you don't subscribe to a certain package, I'm sure they would have to, tell the world that.
So it's like a form of like letting people know you are using it. Like it's like giving them a shout out.
It's like trying to make the tool popular, right, amongst. Okay. But then, even with that, it's one of the biggest or the most used game development engines among beginners and among, I think, even professional big gaming industry. Some use it for their work.
So now you've now explained to me well, because I've been seeing this a lot. I'm like, I've created a game and I'm still using their logo inside.
Yes.
This thing. Okay.
So you can actually get rid of it. I'm sure when you subscribe to maybe a premium subscription, you can get rid of it.
But it's something that can be taken out. But because you haven't paid for it, so you need to make that aware that okay. So take me through. Apart from Unity, which other platform?
So there are a couple of them. Game Maker engine, right? Purposely for 2D game animations. Also, there is Godot. That's 2D, 3D gaming engine.
Okay.
Unity is also 2D and 3D, depending on what you want to create. You can switch. There is the Cry engine, and I believe the Unreal engine.
Okay.
So most of the ones I've come across are the Unreal engine and then the Unity. I've seen a lot of people use it, but my personal experiences with Unity and then working with it.
Okay. So at which time, like I know of Blender, I don't know what they really use it for.
Yeah.
Please, I'm asking this question because he has ventured into that a little.
I've played a lot. I've played around a lot with a lot of
For me,
tools.
I haven't played around it, but I have a fair idea of most of this thing. So I'm asking him the question so that he can give us more insight.
Yeah,
I
sure.
know of Blender, which is used for modeling the characters and those things. Are there other modeling application apart from the Blender?
Yes. So there are lots of modeling applications, and I've not played around with all of them. I play a lot, but then, I have my limits. I know of Maya 3D being used for. I haven't used it, but I know it exists. And for Blender, I've used it a couple of times. I go there and then try my hands on new stuff and then try to see how the engine, because they are working on a lot of updates and it's growing really fast. So sometimes I just go in there, check if my skill and then the application version is still compatible and can do what I used to do. Yeah.
So are these all the tools, or there are other tools that you need the audience to know?
So you can use Blender, you can use Maya, and I've seen a couple of tutorials where they use Substance Painter for shading the models, giving it. I've seen a couple of people and a couple of mentions of it here and there. Haven't used it myself. I usually do all my work in Blender, put a little texture on it, put a little material stuff on it, export it, and then try to use it. But I think you can use Blender, you can use Maya 3D, maybe Substance Painter for your shading. Also, you can, if let's say you're a graphic designer, you are good with pixel art.
Pixel
art. You see, those animations or characters that are kind of square. Yes. You don't get that smooth curve. Yeah. I think there are a couple of, if I should remember what tool I used. There is this app, maybe when I remember, I'll let you add it in the description.
And one thing that I also noticed, right, the movement of the characters and all this thing. I know that Blender can do it, right?
Yes.
But when it comes to gaming, is it done in Blender, or you have to program it in Unity for those kind of movement and those stages and things?
Yes, so with the animations, there are ways to go around it. There are components you can put on the character in Unity engine and then add your programming. So it's like clips, right? Short clips of the animation, and then you program and then you get it to play when certain buttons are clicked. Do this action when I click this, do this action. You can put the components on, and then they perform those actions. So you can actually export the animation independent of the character. Yes, and then you play those animations on the characters when you are playing your game. Yeah.
I am. Let me put myself in for we the newbies who are now getting into game development, right? If I'm a newbie, I know for this Figma designs website, there are templates and things that we use to accomplish our tasks and things. When it comes to the gaming development environment, are there templates like that for me to go and just go to these sites, go for a template, come and insert it into my gaming environment and get my game done or something like that?
So the short answer is yes. There are templates. There are so when you download Unity, I think from 2022 or 2023 versions, there are spots for tutorials, and then they have sample projects that you can do adjustments on and then improve, or like tutorials, right? You improve those bits of program they already have, and then you can also have a full tutorial session on creating a game for a particular kind of game, right? They provide you.
Okay.
Also, there are, let's say, for the assets, right? The characters and stuff. You know, our brothers in the tech industry are very generous. You know, they are very generous. They create asset packs. Some are for free. Even in the Unity App Store, there are monthly
subscription
packs, not subscriptions.
Okay.
They are generous. You know, our people
so
are
it's
very
free.
Yeah, so there are free packs. There are ones you pay for. So if you want very low poly models, maybe there are free assets you can use almost every month. I get emails for an asset.
I'm going into game development this month, okay? I'm going into game development. So we speak a lot about the tools and things that you use. Now we are talking about the Ghanaian ecosystem for game development. So let's jump into the Ghanaian ecosystem. Ghanaian ecosystem. I've gone, as I said from the beginning, I've gone for a couple of gaming events where I saw I was introduced to some of the games events and things. So will you say the Ghanaian ecosystem, like there are much? I mean, if it's not for you, one of the events I've gone to, I don't even know that they were like
Ghanaian
gaming ecosystem and those things. Are there much developers like that in Ghana when it comes to the gaming?
Yes, I believe there are a lot of talented individuals putting out, like working on games and stuff. Like their talent is there, their potential is there. Probably the structures to support these kind of things might not really exist. So
that's why
somehow there is the vision to still come back to it, but then it's the structure is not really there to kind of guide people to right. So I'm sure a lot of, maybe not a lot, but then a couple of people haven't heard about these tools. A lot of people don't know.
Yeah.
A while back, I think a university students reached out about some of how to go about 2D games, and I think I could point to a couple of resources. But we don't really have a lot of structure to support this kind of
game development community or something like that.
Yeah. There are a couple of them, but for the one I belong to, it was active for a while. It was moving, and then after some time, the vibe and then everything died down. Hopefully, we could resurrect it, because if you don't, who will, right? Who will? So we would have to try.
We will see to that. We will try to see if we can get in touch with some of the developers. He has stopped gaming, developing game for a very while now. But we will see if we can get in touch with some.
We can try to revive it.
Yeah. Yes. So are there community, like, are there resources like you can share?
So resources, in terms of resources,
or groups or something like that.
Yes. So there is a Telegram group for game devs, and as I said, it has been dormant for a while. But then there are a couple of good people. I'm sure they are working on individual stuff, building their own things. There is one too on WhatsApp. A lot of people, I think a couple of people left the group. We had less than, let's say, 40 in the group now. We are around 40. But then I think the community, the engagement is not very active for people to, and a lot of people probably don't know the benefits or don't see the opportunities, the opportunities in game dev in Ghana, because let's say you go outside, there is Game Loft, there is Esports, there is there are giants in those ecosystems. You can, even for the small gaming companies, at least you have a chance. But then in Ghana, it's probably you go solo, right, and then you build your own thing.
So do you mean there are no games coming out from it, or what? Because if there are games, do you mean there are no games coming out from being part of the community? Are there no games coming out to the market? If there are games coming out, then why should the groups be dormant?
Yes. That's what I'm saying, right? The groups are very dormant. I can't tell exactly why. For my side, I haven't been on the participating on the platform because I have kind of switched careers here, kind of software intense. I don't know about the others in the group. And so I don't know if there is a structure, there is a community, let's say maybe hackathons for game devs. I haven't come across any yet, right? If there are active engagement of people in the game,
this really nice point.
2 months gaming, should I say boot camp, or 3 months boot camp for people to learn about games. People come exhibit their games. They get funding, as we see with other stuff. Yes, maybe a lot more people might come out. A lot more people might engage.
What we see most of the time is for the game players, those who play the game, they get some kind of support. Recently, is it Morocco or one of the countries for esports, Africa or something like that, and they are getting fun. So I think what you said about getting fund for the developers and hackathons and things.
If I can do and then make money, or at least not think about what to eat, not think about
sustainability,
then probably some people might venture, because a lot of people probably might have finished universities, are not really engaged in anything. So if there is something to do to keep them busy, to sustain them skill wise, they are sufficient, probably we might see a lot of gaming companies or gaming giants come up to challenge the world.
It's true. So what are some of the games that were developed in Ghana or that are developed in Ghana? I don't know if this game has been developed in Ghana or something. One of the games came to trend, Aki and Popo. I don't know if you've tried it before. It was very nice. It's just like one of these
Subway, runway
games. It's something like that, but they incorporate the African kind of concept into it, where Aki and Popo will be running and those kind of things. So one hit one and one will be following the other, and it was very nice. All of a sudden, the hype around it has gone down. One also came, is it taxi or something? It was like a racing car also.
Is it the one that was similar? The UI was similar to, I think, Need for Speed or Asphalt.
Yes.
It had a similar.
I played it. There was no update on it again, and
then you had to yes. So I think we've had a couple of games come up, right? Meaning there is a potential, like people know how to kind of implement these things. People have the skill, but then, as I said, if there is nothing to sustain the person, and the person has to eat, take care of their responsibilities, and these things are not flying, we would probably try to do maybe a remote job. Even in the game industry, right, he'll work remotely, he'll find opportunities elsewhere in the tech industry, and then move on, right? So there are a couple. I think there is Owari Games on Play Store, App Store. There is Ludu, I guess. So we've had a couple of games come through for us. We've seen them die down. People do not really, after a while of playing, the update don't come. Like, there is no, should I say, the reward systems probably should be rethought about, right?
I don't think it's really, like you said, sustainability is one thing, right?
Yes.
If I'm doing something and I'm not getting the support for it, surely I'll stop, because after all, upon all this is money that everyone needs, and I can't be creating games for fun without getting any money from it.
Yes.
So I think, like you said, hackathons and things should be reconsidered for these game developers, like what is done in the Web 2 and Web 3 environment, where people get something for whatever they are doing. With this, I think there are a lot of people who have the passion for it, but because they don't get anything from it, the passion just died off.
And also, I think one aspect of it is, let's say for web development, right? We have web development courses in our universities. We have, let's say, some sort of application development courses or related courses or programs that we do. I think we had VB. We had to learn Java, Swing.
I will not say most useless, but I don't know what they
in
use
this day and age.
And they still teach.
But then
VB.
for game development, probably you would have to figure out you want to do it. It must be a passion. You have to chase it. I haven't come across, or I haven't heard anyone from the university say, okay, they taught us game development, or there was a game development course in our school.
No.
So maybe we could come up with clubs like that teach some of these tools, right? There is a lot of material for Unity, so teaching it, once the person is passionate about it, teaching it will not solely rely on a teacher coming to the class.
Yeah, that comes into my right. After teaching it, what else, right? Are there companies in Ghana that will intend people to what?
To come and learn. So we can talk about. I encountered LetiArts at one of the events organized by Barcamp. I think Barcamp Accra, Ghana Think, right? Barcamp Accra.
Okay.
And maybe we will talk about them more, but then I want to address the issue of the universities, right? Okay. We can have, there are clubs for, let's say, Bitcoin, should I say, Binance, cryptocurrency, right? Cryptocurrency clubs, robotics clubs, web development classes. There are usually graphic design courses, short courses, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Maybe we the leaders in the space could rethink, maybe come up with a game development course, maybe a boot camp, maybe some Udemy to relate to our people, right? That relates to our people, maybe something to get people up and started.
It's very true. It's very
this industry. So
because a lot of these web developers and things didn't just come out. Like you said, the universities are very, very limited. Things that they taught here, they are very, very limited. So it's this kind of communities that help people to excel in whatever they do, like the GDG, Python. There are a lot of this Web 2 and Web 3. So the moment a person gets out from school, even when the person hasn't gotten the opportunity yet to start working, this person has something to some communities to be even helping people to be even getting something small to sustain themselves. But in the gaming industry, we don't really see that a lot.
Yeah, we don't see that a lot.
There are game companies in Ghana, please try at least to organize hackathon. We don't know if you got organized. I haven't heard of any yet.
Yeah, at least they should come out. Like, I think their social media presence, right, should be a bit. They should try to work on it, get people to be aware of the activities. Once people start to see that these things pay, these things are rewarding as much as the other aspects, we might see a lot of people come up.
It's true. What you said is true, because when this gaming thing all started, at first no one will allow the child to go and play games. But now, because there is a lot of fun going into this gaming, playing of games, there is a hype around it, and people are calling on tournaments. You go on Twitch and all those things, and you see people playing and gaining huge sums of money. So if the noise is around it, like development, come and let's develop, come and do something, and contribution, it will really, really take us far. But just being at one place there, thinking, I'm doing one thing at my corner, I don't need anyone, it's a lie. You surely need someone. Contribution, move forward, because you do it in your room and it might never see the light.
Yeah, we can talk about, to hype myself some more, right? I tried to build a game, and then in that I kind of understood like the way things are operated, right? Like the way you said, collaboration, coming together. Yes. So with that game in particular, I think I started something to try to get a grasp of how the game system, the game tool worked, Unity worked, and I got in touch with a couple of people to help me out. I think Jason, Pentel, one guy, I saved his name Wax, I don't know why, and Miracle. That guy is very good. If you could search Miracle on IG.
They are all Nigerians.
No, Ghanaians. I mean, most Ghanaians. Yeah, most of them are Ghanaians. He creates Miracle. He creates very good characters, right? If you check his Instagram, so the talent is there, the ability to do is there. I think Jason was very good with adding the components, the animation, programming stuff. Like, I was just there learning a lot from these people, right? So once how do I say it, I got in touch with these people, I was able to push some kind of agenda and then create something small. It wasn't really complete, it wasn't done, but then it gave me that exposure that if I wanted to start something, if I wanted to do something, I could look at that template, look at their experiences, integrate them with what I know, ideas, and then build something very unique, right?
So then the game never came out?
Currently it's on my server. It works on my PC.
Okay.
It works on my PC.
Okay.
So yeah, in that sense, once we are able to collaborate, once we are able to come together for long, and one thing that made the group, I think most of them are left the group because it was inactive. I was trying to get the group going, but once I got a job that was paying and I was eating good, somehow would let me.
You might not be the only one
Yes.
who gone through this. A lot of people might also gone through this. I know a friend who also was in love with this, and all of a sudden he find a job in software development.
Exactly.
He just stopped. So
Just
you
stop.
might not be the only one. This experience might be faced, but if there are communities to support this,
Yes.
I think a lot of people might be doing it because. Look, like I said, the program, the Python, the Google, and all those things run just because of the communities
Yes,
that they have.
communities backing them.
Yes, because the moment they develop something, they go there to share it with people. But maybe something that you've developed, if you should have had a community, you'd have gone there to pitch it out that I've been able to do this. I need collaborators to collaborate
work on it.
And there are people
willing. People are willing. People are willing to work on.
So I think
the excitement is really, really good. So once you are excited about it, you get people to buy into your idea of what you want to do. Yes, you'd really get a lot of people to buy, even if you are not paying them. At least sometime in a week, sometime in the month, you could get together and then build.
Not even all about paying, right? Like if the community is there, people will be willing to do it.
Yes.
Because these communities who organize events, they don't pay anyone, but people go there always to go and learn and go and share their ideas because they know that in future they might, whatever they are learning there, they might go and get a work for it or get someone who use the item who be interested in give them something.
Yes.
So that is it from that aspect. So you talk about a company in Ghana who develop games a lot.
Yeah. So currently, I think LetiArts, right? That's the only, let's say, structured game development agency I have come across, and I had to look up a couple of things about them, and I think they have been running.
I came across them during one of the esports event. I went to the mall.
Yes, the one that was at the mall.
Ads for
African Legends.
The
African Legends game.
That game, they say if you play, they'll give you 500 cedis. If you win, you get 500 cedis. You see, these are kind of things that they do, right?
Yes.
It's very good, but these monies, I think these monies can be used to form a community for people to also come and share the idea, play your games. In that, you are expanding the ecosystem, not only to the gaming association. It's true. It's very good that you are trying to target gamers, but we like these individuals are there. We play games a lot. I have games on my phone. I have your game on my phone that I play sometimes, but not frequently like that because I'm also some kind of busy. So let's go into more. Apart from the
African Legends game.
Which other games do they have on
there? I believe during the time we went to the events I think around that time, after that, a couple of months after that time also, they introduced the Swift game, which kind of you hold it and then you keep dodging this, you hit a couple of power-ups and stuff. I'm not really in tune with that kind of gameplay, right? It might be suitable for others, but then not to me. And also they have the puzzle scouts, which for me, I believe if we could get a lot of material for the game, and also we could get a lot of, let's say, children to play it, it would be very nice because the gameplay, right, is a puzzle, just it's a kind of normal puzzle, crossword match, you match the words and then you get your point. But then at the end of the game, you get some kind of history lesson on the Ghanaian.
That's one thing that I was coming to talk about. When I was playing the game, the Legend game, I realized they were using a lot of Ghanaian symbols in there, like the symbols and things. This is not only like you playing other games like the ones the foreigners do and impose on, but these ones you are learning something out of it. This is why we need a lot of developers, because not only that, like the Ake and Popo like this that I said,
Yes.
it was an African story that was what used to develop that design. They have names. The names that they use for their characters are also what African names, which is very good. Like the one that we are saying that after it they tell you a story. For with these kind of things, our history is not being left out. We still have our histories and things that
in
are
modern
forms
that
are still
of
going.
media. Yeah.
Imagine playing a game and you are being told about how Kwame Nkrumah came gain independence for Ghana and all those things. Yes, for not it's still elaborating on our histories for the young ones coming up to be able to pick up and remember that this is our history. If I play games like this, I can be able to gain our history rather than just playing Candy Crush, which does not give us any ideas or advice in there. So I think this is very good
for
of the
African legends, right? One good thing about it is they also use the characters are should I say legends or myths from across Africa, right?
Oh, okay.
The Kwananse characters. There is one from Sudan and a mystic one from I think Ethiopia. So these are not just African values also being pushed. They are not Ghanaian, only Ghanaian values being pushed. A whole collectively as Africa we are pushing an agenda, and also it gives you proverbs, right?
Okay.
African proverbs translated into English, and then so you don't only become like game addicted. You get to learn maybe once you are outside. You can tell a few proverbs here and there. You can relate to your roots.
I think they need investors that they need. But if you don't make the noise around it, you can never gain the investors.
I think they are doing the work. For me, I've seen how they've pitched at a couple of, like, following them. I've seen they pitch. They won a couple of awards from 2009 to now. They have.
So when has it been existent?
Since 2009.
Oh wow!
So like 15 years.
And I only heard of it this year.
I heard of it in maybe 2020 at most. Yeah. So there is a lot of effort maybe to be put in to reach that that level they are at now. But then they have shown that when you put in the effort, it's rewarding, right?
Maybe, like I said, maybe the people in the gaming ecosystem might know about them. But you see, these kind of games that they are putting out there, it's not only targeted to these gamers. It's targeted to all the
general public.
Every Ghanaian or African who is out there. And these things, you have to put a lot of hype, sponsors, sponsoring events and all those things before you can be able to get yourself on the map.
Yes.
What other companies apart from are there no other companies?
I haven't come across a company. There is one guy. I think he also built a game. As we are trying to promote, we can give him the shout out or the hype. He needs to. So it's the Countess ball, right? When you were a child, they describe how you guys.
So it's like let me say, is it 5 countesses? You put 5 there, one keeper. You design the
pole, right?
The pole is designed with paper.
Exactly.
Then you put it there. Then you use the top of this battery tiger head. So when you press it, it will just hit the stone, whether it's stone or ball or whatever you are using.
Then you are playing.
Or some of them to use your hit it. Yeah, some use it. But if you don't want to do it like that, you use your hands on it like this and press it like this. Then it will move.
Yeah. So there were a couple of we used paper. We wrap. We did actually.
Then I have to try that game out.
We'll draw the numbers on the back of the paper or the things, Charlie. We were doing teams. If you see me designing a Spain team, I set it up. Come on, Charlie. So one day we'll teach our audience how to do the paper pole, right?
Yeah.
It's one kind of origami setup.
What's the guy's name?
So I believe it's Matthias Asamoah, right?
Okay.
He has built some kind of digital Countess ball game. Would share the link in the description or in the comments so that you can also go and try it out.
Is it on Play Store?
I don't believe it's on Play Store, right?
Okay.
I got the link through, I think, a friend who shared it with me to try it out. And also, we will share the link. It's very nice. I think he's currently doing a beta test for an update. So we can all try and then give him the support he needs.
Okay. Are there other things that you need to talk about the gaming industry?
So for a gaming industry, probably we would need to maybe get some time, visit some of these organization or opinion leaders and gurus in the industry, right? Let's interact with them. Maybe Matthias as one time can come and tell us the story behind.
Matthias, we will need you, and even the LetiArts. If you have any representative or you have anywhere, if we can come to your office to come and test some of your games for our audience to know
also see
whatever we are talking about. It to be a very, very and Matthias, I'll be hoping to see you in the studio for us to discuss more about the idea. The ideas that you took and everything before you're able to come up with these games, and if there are any support out there. If you know of any gaming company in Ghana that we are not aware of, kindly let us know. I don't mean gaming as in playing. I mean the developers.
The development organizations.
Your last words?
My last words, let's keep creating, right? Let's keep creating, let's keep building. We'll make it one day. So have a good one.
Supporting the ecosystem and keep pushing. And if you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The name is Kweku. We are out. Peace.